Hello everyone, and welcome back to Shiny Hunting. So basically the plan for today is we're going to be doing an early stream, possibly a later one, but that later one is going to be contingent. But what we're going to do now is we're going to do an early stream of Shiny Hunting for Archaludon. Then, about 5 minutes before the trailer thing starts, we're gonna go stop the shiny hunting for a bit, move over to the video to go watch the Pokemon trailer DLC presents thingamajig, and then we're gonna, after that finishes, we are gonna go resume the hunting. Fast as a wind, the hunting has begun. Pop in stream hype. It's gonna be great, Temper. It's gonna be great. Also, yes, Haircut Max's Revenge of the Haircut has begun. I'll be honest. It's taken a bit of getting used to, but I realized one thing last night. It's a lot easier to sleep when I don't have, like, my hair. Because for those who don't know, my hair is like, it's thick Italian hair. So, like, if I'm sleeping on my bed and I lay on my pillow, like, on the side of my head will, like, slide across my hair. Or I need to, like, specifically, like, put my hand behind my hair, lift it up, and, like, hold it in a way so that my skin, like, my neck is on the pillow. But then it's like, when my hair is the next morning, it, like, sticks up like this. Because it's been in that position for so long. But this is like, nah. You can sleep and everything's good. It's great. It's delightful. But I still like my long hair. That you look like a bald. No. I just got a lot of my hair cut off. I just got a lot of haircut yesterday. Someday I'm gonna grow my hair out like a foot long and then just have it get cut off and donate it. Cause I've always wanted to do that. Lime. It has indeed been a while since you've done that. Yes, we're live early because of the Pokemon trailer that's gonna be going live a little bit later, which is why we are looking for Archaludon hunting today. Little bit of Archaludon hunting. We got one shiny already, so we need a second one. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more, ladies and gentlemen, of the audience. Duraludon. Duraludon, go. Rawr. Duraludon, go rawr. Oh yeah, for those who don't know, I was just, well, then it'd be all of you. I was talking with Omar about the new Godzilla movie. Godzilla, well, not the new, not -1, but Godzilla Kong New Empire. And it was like, Kong's got a freaking power glove or the Infinity Gauntlet, and I like it. Again, Pink Godzilla took a little bit of getting used to, but like, nah, Pink Godzilla's pretty cool. Pink Crystal Godzilla actually looks pretty awesome. It's not gonna be that bad. Okay, scratch. It's actually gonna be a lot better than Mudsdale. It's gonna be way better than Mudsdale. Oh, Charlotte's gonna be great. It's like Final Wars. I don't know. Remember, Omar, this is Final Wars Godzilla. Which is funny because the first design of this thing wasn't actually even in Final Wars. It was, I believe, in Godzilla X Mecha Godzilla, so the Godzilla vs. Kiryu movie, and then in Godzilla Tokyo SOS. But it's like Final Wars, like the most notable version of it, I believe. Like, it still looks a lot like, still legendary Godzilla, the overall, like, Tyranitar looking. Like, I will say, original Godzilla look is fantastic. Nothing will ever beat the classic Godzilla. But I don't know, there's something about the legendary design that I just really, really like a lot more. Like, that, I think it looks more real. Like, the lack of a distinct, like, neck, where it's like, the head just is, there's no, like, distinct neck part, and then on an enlarged top of the head, it's just like, there's the head that just slopes all the way down the back. Which, like, it makes more sense that way. How many overgrown lizards? Many. Remember, Godzilla is the world record holder for the longest running continuous franchise. You know, people think the MCU is the king of the crossovers. Nah. Godzilla had that stuff done in, like, the 60s. Nah, Godzilla is the longest running, like, biggest franchise in the world. Which is why Godzilla, #1. I mean, it's Godzilla. Like, that makes sense. That's kind of the point. Like, this is one thing I tell people all the time about why it is, like, my favorite Godzilla movie is actually the original. The original Godzilla is a really, really bad Godzilla movie. As in, it's not a movie you go to watch. Just like, yeah, we'll grab a bowl of popcorn, we'll get some soda, and we'll just turn our brains off and watch giant monsters fight one another. No. That's not how the original Godzilla movie works. The original one is a horror movie, but it's like psychological horror in that the horror is the realization that Godzilla isn't really the true monster. The monster is actually humanity, and that Godzilla is as much a victim as humanity is in the end. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so good, it goes so hard. Like, you watch that movie and you are horrified. But it's like, it's a good kind of horror. I have the hiccups, can you scare me? I've always found just like holding your breath and drinking water helps with the hiccups, because hiccups is just like your diaphragm spasming. And something like, you know, forcibly holding your breath longer, like you'll drink a lot of water, it's basically like a reset button, more or less. Godzilla beats better. I just lose. I lose. Hello, Lexi. I've come to a Godzilla Lucky rant. Oh, yeah, no. This isn't a rant. This is just Godzilla's awesome. It's all Godzilla all the time, ladies and gentlemen, here. It is all Godzilla all the time. Always Godzilla. I actually have a pair of Godzilla pants. I'm gonna go grab a pair of Godzilla pants. Yes. I have a, you can't really see it, but it's like, yes, this is a pair of Godzilla pants. Like, I have so much more Godzilla stuff than I actually have room for in my room. Because I've got, like, a cloth painting of Godzilla that I actually, of the 2014 Godzilla, that I actually can't put up on my wall. Because I don't have enough, like, hooks, like nails into the wall where, like, I can actually hang it. And just, like, it's sitting there. Just, like, it's been sitting there for, like, 3 years, hasn't gone up yet. Why do you want the Catboy to die, Archer? Be careful on Twitter, the leaks of toys for Godzilla vs. Kong and New Empire. I don't really go on Twitter, Omar. But thank you for thinking ahead of that. I don't really go on Twitter. Like, I will almost exclusively go onto Twitter to, like, do a link drop of some of my stuff. Or just to watch the world burn when it comes to everything. Because the world just loves to throw itself into a fireball these days. Just, it's what it tends to enjoy doing. Quite a few. No one wants about that. No one wants about that. James has survived Godzilla. So like that, you never beat Godzilla. You win against Godzilla by surviving. You win by surviving. That's great. But yeah, we're gonna go for Chaldan hunting. We gotta get our Tony Chaldan. So there's still only one more. Still only one more to do. What I did last night after we ended off was I actually finished releasing the rest of my spare Duraludon. And now I got a whole bunch more of them. Duraludon, love it. Heavy metal noise. I am so glad they got rid of Duraludon's heavy metal and light metal abilities for our Chaludon, because they were so useless. Versus Godzilla, I thought. See, that would be an even fight. That would be an even fight. Speaking of Kong, apparently they made a new Kong game. I did not know that. I did not know that. Fascinating. Most fascinating. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I love that stuff. It is just... Oh, monster movies, they go so hard. They go so hard. They're great. Like, if you want to ever see, like, the amount of love and dedication that monster movie fans will go to for monster movies, watch just like some of the behind-the-scenes stuff for Pacific Rim, because the director of Pacific Rim, Guillermo del Toro, he would spend like 17, 18-hour work days when working on them. Keep in mind, again, 24 hours a day, 18, 17-hour work days, 7 days a week when that movie was being made, because he is just so passionate about monsters. He wants like them to be the greatest that they can be, and it's like, oh my gosh, this dude, this is why the movie is great. Nothing but coming home from school, but are you in? What time zone are you in? Random. Cause like that's gotta be like Japan time or something. Cause it's 8:30 a.m. here. And I know in like UTC time, that's like 1 p.m., 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Yeah, we do a little bit of moving. We would explain why it is like it's very, very late where you are when we generally go live at night. But yeah, today's entire schedule kind of is going to need to be massively super reworked because of the early stream. One thought that I did have. Okay, two different. Yeah, okay. One idea I had was we might do like a secondary stream later today and just not have a Let's Play episode uploaded today. But I'm still working out the thought lines on that, because again, today is just kind of not like a burner day, but like that is kind of bonked. Because again, the DLC, which again is great, I love it. Do-da-da-dun. And again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. See, we got about a week. We actually do have a week left until Duraludon. Well, yes, a week left until Duraludon's thing gets revealed for the evolution. But it's a week left until we get the DLC. So that means we gotta get Shiny Cacnea, Shiny Mimikyu, and Shiny Milotic. Skull Island, Rise of Kong. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Aw, dang, it's not good. Big sad. Big sad. Biggest of sads. Big. Again, I mean, you don't really go to monsters after watching things. I don't care what anybody says about Godzilla Rocket. I like it. Again, it took a little bit of getting used to for the pink, but like, no, the pink actually kind of works. It makes the Gollum game. There was a bad Lord of the Rings Gollum game? Meta, I'm going to rest. You should be resting. Remember, after you had your wisdom teeth out, you really should be resting. Drink water. but it's a good thing that you are resting. It's very important to rest. Very, very important to rest. Taking the yard shell done egg. The one thing I need to remember to do before it is that I evolve this thing in Paldea is I need to get the Galar Champion ribbon on this thing. I need to get as many ribbons on this thing as possible, so that way... Oh, I just thought of something. I need to get Duraludon and Archaludon the Tower Master. It is the most perfect mark for building face. I legit caused the devs to shut down. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, hacking what? Yeah, I remember feeling the exact same way. Archer, you do need a bit of rest. Again, that's also why I like to drink water. Because I know the exact reason you're not really feeling well right now, and I experienced it myself. It was not good. But resting is very, very important for that. But yeah, so about 5 minutes to, about 5 minutes to 7. Oh, it. Not I. Oh, sorry. Remember, James, it's early in the morning. My brain is not working at full blast. I literally got up less than an hour ago. Like, I legit rolled out of bed, threw a breakfast sandwich in the microwave. Jimmy D breakfast sandwich is always top tier energy support at the start of the day. Rolled out of bed, made myself a breakfast sandwich, drank some water, and just started the... Hello there, Unbound Legends. That is, again, a top tier name. Thank you very much for subscribing and becoming a member yesterday. Good morning, Kayla. How are you doing today? Do you know the reason why I'm not doing well? Yes, after you had the wisdom teeth out, you kind of unintentionally swallow a lot of stuff that your body really can't deal with well, and it's really just like, it has to just kind of go through the whole system, and that's why, like, water is very helpful, because it kind of helps soften stuff. Can't really go into too much detail, because YouTube would kind of hit it with the demonetizer button, but, yeah, it's... I love breakfast pizza. It has been so many years since I've had a good quality breakfast pizza, James. So, story time. And much like yesterday's Blue Eyes Shining Dragon Yu-Gi-Oh! Pyramid of Light story, it's time for another Max's story time. Many, many years ago. Now, when I say many years ago, I mean like 10, 12, 15 years ago. My mother's workplace would... on, like, Thursday, have breakfast pizza, because, like, they would get to work very, very early there, and, obviously, it was, like, thing that they could go to, get breakfast if they had to, leave early before, normally they could have breakfast, so they can go to work, have, and have something to eat, and, my mom knew that, like, young, bean, little teenager Maxis loved breakfast pizza, and so, like, and it was only on Thursdays. And so, like, one Thursday for every, like, 3 months, she would bring me home half of a breakfast pizza from there. And it was just like, oh. And it was, like, there was so much scrambled eggs, there was bacon, there was sausage, it was perfect. But... like 9 years ago, or like 10 years ago, they stopped doing that, and I was like, oh no. The Floridian has arrived. Indeed, the Floridian has arrived. It's like, I love breakfast pizza, but it's been so long since I've had it. Nothing beats a good breakfast pizza for the morning, because, like, it's all the greatness of pizza. With bacon, with sausage, with scrambled egg, it's just perfect. Trailer starts at 9, Amazon. Yeah, Giselle. Yeah, she is still here. She's right in the next room. We don't get those in Australia. What is a breakfast pizza? Basically, a breakfast pizza is, instead of the pizza sauce, you have a little bit of cheese. Instead of the cheese above the sauce on a regular pizza. You have scrambled egg. You have a lot of scrambled eggs. And then, on top of that, you just have all like sorts of breakfast meats. So like bacon, ham, hash browns if you want, sides. Just various breakfast meats and breakfast sides. It's so good. The hunt's going pretty well. What time then? Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. East Coast. Best. Yeah. Well, West Coast is. Forget on West Coast, West Coast, but East Coast, East Coast. Yeah, it's funny. I love West Coast Gastrodon more than East Coast Gastrodon, but yet I live on the East Coast. The irony is strong with this one. But I actually do have a shiny of each form of Shellos, so I have a shiny of each one. But, again, mentioned, West Coast, West Coast. Just, it's pink. Gastrodon just thinks pink. It did kind of hurt me to see Gastrodon lose access to Scald. But the good thing about that is for the EBL Season 7, I no longer feel pressured to get Gastrodon. What's your favorite thing coming in the DLC? Favorite thing coming in the DLC is probably Excadrill just returning. Because you're new to the channel, Unbound. But Excadrill has been a significant part of many of my competitive teams because I'm a VGC player. I love doubles. And I'm a big fan of Excadrill Tyranitar with Sandstream Sandrush, which actually in Sword and Shield, Excadrill Tyranitar Sandrush was my main team strategy. And it's going to be great to use that again in Scarlet Violet. My favorite thing is Excadrill returning. But my second favorite thing is the new Paradoxes. Yes, Excadrill's coming back. Excadrill was like confirmed coming back like months ago. They showed it in the trailers. Yeah, Drillyface is coming back. Buddy is going to spin to win. Also, fun thing about Excadrill with Sandrush. If you have Sandrush or Sandveil, or various other sand-related abilities, and you're not actually a Rock, Steel, or Ground type, you don't get damaged by sand. So, theoretically, you could have something like Excadrill terrestrialize into Terra Water, and it would still not get affected by the Sandstream damage. It would get the sand boost, but it would get the speed boost from sand, but it wouldn't get the damage. The new turtle thing. I do like the turtle. I do indeed love the little turtle Terrapagos, but I do love my Excadrill. Yeah, Metagross is coming back. The funny thing is, I actually don't use Metagross competitively. Like, I like Metagross as a Pokemon and like what it represents to me, but when it comes to like my competitive teams, I don't really use Metagross. You know, it's a great Pokemon, but it just doesn't really fit my team. Who knows, that may change this gen. You know, maybe I will start running like a Metagross team. Yeah, I love Excadrill, it's so great. It's so good. Don't forget Sandrush Stoutland. I didn't forget Sandrush Stoutland. I did not forget about Sandrush Stoutland. But the thing is, the reason why Excadrill is so good is that Excadrill does have a very, very, very high speed stat normally. And for as much as people say, like, Excadrill is a glass cannon, it's not a glass cannon. Like, it's got 110 base HP, 160 physical defense, and 165 special defense. Like, that's not absurdly high, but that's fairly good considering dedicated attackers. You know, something like Garchomp's got like 85 to like 90 in both defenses, and then I think like maybe 100 HP. But it's not, especially considering, you know, Excadrill is not a pseudo-legendary. The new Raikou is pretty good. Yeah, the new Raikou thingy, Raging Bolt. We believe it's a Brontosaurus. So, Unbound, I am, if you will permit me for a second. Very big fans of dinosaurs. Very big fans of dinosaurs. And the three... And this is what, for a while, I was thinking they would do for the Paradox Beasts, is they do a theropod, a sauropod, and one of the long-neck dinosaurs for it. So I'm thinking we're going to get something like, for Paradox Entei, they have like an Ankylosaurus. Or a Triceratops. Probably an Ankylosaurus over a Triceratops. Maybe a Stego. 160 and 165. Goofed. Meta. Time March is always sick as dream. Hope get zero Tetatex. Executor. More than 5 Pokemon. Our last test was Thursday. We had no school. Guess what? Fire alarm went off. What do you mean 160 and 165? Oh, Unbound, you're gonna love everything here. If you love dinosaurs, I would recommend checking out our Fossil Fighters Champions Let's Play. Imagine a game like Pokemon, except everything is a dinosaur. As well as the game opens with my favorite dinosaur of all time, the Allosaurus. T-Rex, you can have your T-Rex. T-Rex is awesome. Tyrant King Lizard, alternatively known as the Emperor Power Lizard, awesome. But Allosaurus is best. I don't know, I love the Allo. Max, this movie isn't in Matthews. I believe it's got a bit of a slow rollout, the new Godzilla movie. Also, we love Godzilla as well. Yeah, because I believe right now, presently, the movie is only in Japanese, so it's probably some limited showings for now. Octillery or Grapple Lock? Ooh. Hard call, but I gotta say Grapple Lock, because Grapple Lock amuses me. Grapple Lock is amusing me. 110 HP and 60 and 65 for its defenses. Well, 60 for physical, 65 for special. It's not bad. Man Red, hello there, welcome in. Hey, me again. Been a while. You have indeed. It has been deep. I'm not a dinosaur. Interesting. You one comment, a paleontologist, or is that like the Tyrannosaurus? Nice, very nice. Yeah, I mean it's like the T-Rex is like, dinosaurs are one of those things that just every kid seems to love. Meta, do you know what Ash is probably at work today. Ash is either at work or asleep. That is where the forehead is. The absolute gigaist of forehead. I've been very well. Yeah, I can draw out quite a few hits with it. Like, it's very, again, it actually is not bulky by any means, but it's not frail. Like, it's significantly bulkier than something like Flygon. So it can take, like, I mean, obviously it doesn't want to take a super effective hit, but unless you're something like Ferrothorn or Jellicent, you really don't want to take super effective hits as is. So, like, it's quite good. Giraffe. Well, I mean, it's like a Brachiosaurus. A Brontosaurus. It's like, my favorite thing about Raging Bolt is one of the dinosaurs' names literally means thunder lizard, because, you know, it was believed whenever it would take a step, because of how heavy it was, it would just sound like, you know, thunder with every step it takes, so they named it the thunder lizard, and that is actually what Raging Bolt is designed after. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's such a good pun, because it's so in your face. I love it. Giraffe. We've gotten one shiny Duraludon, but that was like a few weeks ago. We just need one more for the full set, because we're doing a living shiny dex. What? We're trying to do Gus Wondering? No, we're Masuda hatching eggs. You Masuda hatch eggs by walking around in circles. With our designated egg hatch buddy, Volcarona. Amazon, Meta, what does it mean the Godzilla movie when released will be English? For Japanese way. It's probably going to be a while before they release the English version of it. But, yeah, I mean, I'm going to go see it in the Japanese version with the English subs. I'm just slowly going insane. Aren't we all? Look on giraffes. Long neck. They're long neck. The new Entei is going to be Pachy. I don't think it's going to be a Pachycephalosaurus. I think it's going to be something like an Ankylosaurus or Stego. Because they've done, you know, again, like a T-Rex theropod-style dinosaur. And then they've done, you know, a long neck. So, like, the only other ones, like hadrosaurs, or, like, you know, the quadrupedal, like, you know, thing, like the Stego Ankylosaurus. Because they're not going to go with, like, Paradox Entei as a Pliosaur, which is the Plesiosaur family, or a Pterosaur, which, you know, the flying ones. They're probably going to go with, like, an Ankylo or, like, Stego. Or maybe a Tricera. Or, I mean, obviously combine elements of all three of them into, like, one thing, because I think they're going to give it, like, a volcano motif, which would be cool. You know, like, an actual route for hatching in the wild area. Maybe, but the thing is, I'm collecting eggs as I'm hatching, because I don't have, like, the boxes full of all the eggs, so I need to, I have this thing full of eggs and this thing with eggs, but I want to be filling up these as well. My plan for hatching here is I run in circles here, and as I am running in circles, I am collecting new eggs. So the way the way that at least I prefer to Masuda hunt in Scarlet Violet is I just collect like 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes of eggs. You plan to play Modern Warfare 2. Disc 4 piece S3. No thank you, but I appreciate the offer. I do not know what Dino Dan is. We got Water T-Rex, we got Thunder Brachiosaur, now we're missing Fire Triceratops. I still think Fire Ankylosaurus might be better, but also possibly, yeah. Like, I just think an Ankylosaurus would fit better with Entei, but a Triceratops would be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I could see Stego, I could see Tricera, I could see Ankylo. I mean, any of them would actually be great. The condition like but yeah, do you think Raging Bolt's gonna be fast? I don't think Raging Bolt's gonna be fast, just based on its signature move Thunderclap being a priority move. That makes me think it's gonna be slow. You know that, because generally very fast Pokemon don't get priority moves unless it's something like Quick Attack. Or like Rayquaza's Extreme Speed. Like Volcano is what's this one? I mean, I think that like Volcano, unless like the nose is like a volcano, but I don't think like the 3 horns would make as much sense. Like, that's why I think an Ankylosaurus would work better, because you could have like the whole back, and like the whole back is like a range of mountains for volcanoes. Because Entei's Dex entry does say whenever like it roars, volcanoes erupt, so what if it has like a row of volcanoes on its back? Praise off and speed. Yes. Iron Bundle Robot. Yes. All the future paradoxes are, well, they're meant to look like robots, but we don't know if they're actually robots. Because we don't actually know what the paradoxes are, whether they're real Pokemon or not, because there is definitely a lot of evidence to support the paradox Pokemon actually aren't real. As in, they are not the ancestors or predecessors of the ancestors or descendants of actual Pokemon, but rather they're something else more sinister altogether. Like Rock Citrus. Like Rock and that signature move. That is true. Yeah, Lycanroc does have Stellarock. I think that is mostly because there's just not many good rock-type moves in existence. Because Tough Claws on Lycanroc gives it a 35% boost. So what a Stellarock is, what, a 40 power move? You could give a little bit, a third of that, so what, like 15? 50 something. It's probably like it have like a decently powerful physical rock move. Because rock moves historically have been very, very bad, and most of them are not contact. I'm doing very well today, King. Like, it does hurt me how bad rock-type Pokemon are, because I really do love my rock types. Like, Rock Slide is a good move, but it's like 95% accurate, 75 power, which isn't terrible, but it's not fantastic. And then you've got Stone Mist, which is bad. And the only good rock moves are special. Power Gem. What's your favorite Paradox Mon? Oh, Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon is my favorite Paradox Pokemon. So 100%. Yep. There's so few of them. Rock is the only type that has most of its moves be imperfect accuracy. I'm better now. You get well, rest, heal. Former team Lakeside Vicious, level 2 Lycanroc right there, great. My favorite one is Dusk form Lycanroc, but I do like both. I do like both the other two forms. They're both great. They were extremely helpful with shiny hunting Ho-Oh. I love Roaring Moon. I love Roaring Moon. It's because the first Pokemon I ever saw was Salamence, and it's the same thing. As it's meant to be, inspired very heavily by Salamence, the first Pokemon I ever saw. It's such an aggressive Pokemon in stat line. It is just attack, 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 and it's a very me style Pokemon. Plus, it's not part flying, which, like, flying is good. Flying is great for an immunity to Earthquake and some good resistances. But with Dragon, it doesn't really mesh very well, because it packs on a couple of extra weaknesses, and actually reduces their resistance to electricity. But Dark Dragon, yeah, you get obliterated by Fairy, but, like, dragons don't do well against Fairy anyway. You don't do well against Fighting, but again, Fighting types kind of hit pretty hard, and they get a lot of the Ice moves with Ice Punch. Bug is really the only thing that, like, Roaring Moon's got to be afraid of that, like, dragons normally don't. But Bug types are generally not the best, unless you're, like, Volcarona, which is something. But it's like, I just think it's just much better typing. Love it. I actually found a shiny Midnight Lycanroc and Violet named after him. Nice. Very nice. Stab, no guard, Stone Mist, just... That is very, very good, Lakeside, about Midnight Lycanroc. The only thing, though, is that it's not very bulky and it's very slow. I believe Eternatus should get Levitate floating in every picture. There's a lot of Pokemon that float in all of their, like, artworks and everything, but they don't get Levitate. Magnezone family. Basically every water type, floats. Venomoth, Beedrill. There's a lot of them. I mean, Eternatus with Levitate would be freaking terrifying. That would be... Ground is kind of the one thing that can bulwark against Eternatus. And just, if Eternatus could just dodge ground moves by just existing, that would be horrifying to an entirely new degree. Alright, we have 6 minutes until the DLC to Indigo Disc trailer begins. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the shiny hunt on pause. We are going to open up a window to go watch that. I'm gonna save for a bit. Meta, what's my top 5 favorite Pokemon? Ooh. That is a good question. I've actually got a video planned where I'm actually gonna be going over my top 5 favorite Pokemon at some point. Okay, let's So what we got to do now is we've got to set up for the things on the trailer link here. The trailer link, there is no link for it. It's just a regular video. Because they don't do premieres anymore for it. Top 3 favorite kaiju. Godzilla. I mean, it's Godzilla. Godzilla. Yeah, I'm gonna need to set up the window for the thing. So, let's see, window capture, add source, new source, window capture. There we go. All right, let's expand this. There we go. And then move that down. There we go. There we go. Yeah, they are. Yeah, see, they don't have a premiere scheduled for it. Like in Rock, one of my favorite Chinese, nice. Bet Iron Thorns and Tyrantars there to get the lips. Yep. But I mean, Tyrantar's probably at number 3 on that list. My third favorite on the list kind of fluctuates, but it's basically number 1 is Metagross, number 2 is Togekiss. Number 3 fluctuates between like Duraludon, Excadrill, Garchomp, Salamence, Tyranitar, Heatran. It fluctuates so heavily. We already know Snorlax is in the DLC. Snorlax has been in DLC 1. I'm so used to like calling it DLC 1 for the TL Mask just because of like Call of Duty Zombies that like conditioned me. Because I'm so freaking used to without everything was like DLC 1. Because all of the different DLCs had like different names. Like Origins DLC was the Apocalypse DLC. You know, it's like there's a lot of them. Yeah, there's a great. Someday we might actually go back and I might actually do some Call of Duty Zombies stuff at some point. We got 2 minutes. Beware of the France. Actually, I should probably lower that volume. I love being up at 12 a.m. watching a funny Pokemon trailer. I'm back and I have breakfast. ASMR typing. ASMR typing stream when? Sandwich. ASMR typing. I mean, it's no Jakey. Jacob, as always, ASMR typing text. Yeah, they don't have a premiere scheduled for anything. I'm going to go get some water, actually, in the meantime. And they're back before 9. It's gonna be great watching the thing just spike up into oblivion with just all the views this thing is gonna be getting. Move the recording 3DS. Because yeah, for those who don't know, the 3DS I have has a capture card installed in it, which is why if you ever see us doing anything on the 3DS, that is actually on a 3DS. But with anything with a 3DS game, that is actually on the 3DS because I have a capture card installed. Exactly, chair moment. Superior chair stream. Always superior chair stream. Frog ants equals France. That makes sense. That math checks out. Alright, there we go. Let's see if the thing's up. Come on. Of course. Come on. Come on, Pokemon. Really? Really? Do they not have it right now? Pokemon UK. Come on. It said 9. It said 9. Yeah, the trailer. Yeah, where is it? Come on. Come on. Come on, trailer. I don't get why it takes a while for some of this stuff to show up. This is not good. Pokemon is late. Yeah. Someone probably scheduled it for the wrong time. Pokemon. Yeah, it's Pokemon. Official Pokemon. Yeah, November and new flies. Come on. Don't bring Incineroar back, please. Leave him in the void. Oh my gosh. The fact that Pokemon actually replied to Wolfie Glick is great. That's amazing. There we go. Oh, headset. Knew it. Knew it. Area Zero's getting bigger. Knew it. I frickin' knew it. Let me know if like the volume is too low or too high. Ooh, Crystal Tree. I knew it. I knew there was gonna be. I knew Area Zero was getting bigger. I knew it. Blueberry Academy. DLC 3, Area 02, new area Boogaloo. It's gonna go from Area 0 to Area -1. LFG people. Totodile! Love Totodile. Joltik! Hey, Galvantula's back. Fun. Galvi face. Alright. I really hope that... Ditto block. I really hope that Union Circles work better in this. You can control the Pokemon mini-game. Alright. The Tree of Life. Oh yeah, these guys are back. Hey, let's try for it. Kofu, aka Sasquatch looking dude. Giant overly floppy sleeves. I'm so good. It's so glad that Galvantula's back. Shroomy! Yeah, you can actually get the stuff from the gym leaders. Fun. Snacks. Suicune. Alright, legendaries. Moltres. Cubfu. Hey! Rayquaza. Noodle Face. Glastrier, Spectrier, Ghosty Horse. Hey! Zekrom! Yes, Zekrom is back! Let's go, people! Yes! Da 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 da. I'm happy. I'm happy Zekrom's back. Dragon, alright. Ah, Simpcat. Yeah, Scolders best. Flygon. Bridge Face! He has a Bridge Face. We love Bridge Face. Fun. So we are going to be facing Carmine again. Nice. Yes, it is Rayquaza. is Noodle. Is very Noodle Dragon. Okay, we get to fight Yida. We're gonna get to fight Briar. Fun. Ursaluna. It's Area Zero gets bigger. Like, the fact that you can finally fly on Miraidon and Koraidon. Again, Area Zero gets bigger. I called it. I called it. Yes! Terapagos is the time machine. DLC 3. Let's go. Don't worry, Duraludon's not going to be that bad with the Eviolite. Eviolite doesn't actually help with body press damage. Information. Yeah, Duraludon with Eviolite is like, ooh. Yo. Dialga Palkia raids. Ew. Lucario. Ew. Ew. Blech, Lucario. Indigo 2. Ooh, new outbreaks. Yeah, nice, nice. New uniform set. I can't wait to do that. Catch Pokemon home, bring over even more Pokemon. All right. That's pretty hype. That is... All right. I can vibe with that. Let's just say there's a lot of people that I've known who have kind of gaslit me, and they were very, very Lucario crazy people. And it's not a very good... I don't have a very good association with Lucario. I can explain more in DMs if you join the Discord Unbound. I just have a very bad personal history with it. Because of a few specific jackwagons. Which is why we can't have nice things. But with the trailer done, that's pretty good. Like, so we know more legendaries are gonna be back. We know that... Alright, so I can now start planning a little bit more of my EBL team now that I know certain legendaries are returning. Pretty hype. Pretty hype. But yeah, it's because the thing is, Legend, Lucario actually used to be one of my favorite Pokemon. Back during Gen 4, before Gen 5, Lucario actually used to be my second favorite Pokemon. The spot that Togekiss now occupies. But it was after those people I kind of realized those were kind of not good people to be around. I really took a bit of a hard reevaluation of Lucario and realized I never really liked the thing. It was just like they kind of made me like it. And the choice was never really mine. Is it Lucario Shiny? Free gift? I believe it. Maybe it is. I actually wasn't paying attention. Good. Yeah, the Darkrai. Darkrai though is a bigger boon for me because for those who don't know, in BDSP I actually didn't get the Lucario, not Lucario, the Darkrai event because I didn't realize when it ended because I was still at college when the event was going on, and I never picked up the Darkrai, so I can't shiny hunt it. But it's gonna be nice to at least get a Darkrai. But Level 7 Dialga Palkia Terra raids. Definitely gonna need to work on a counter guide video for those. Gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. I'll need to pencil that in. I'm really hoping they don't do this for all legendaries. I'm really hoping they don't do that for every legendary and they bring back Dynamax Adventures. Really hoping they do. What? I study rocks. I am a geoscientist. Though I just say geologist because it's a lot easier to say. That's the reason why like most of my favorite Pokemon are rock types. Rock Healing Ground, because I do study that. So Flabébé, Litwick, and Milkweed are going to have boosted odds and special outbreaks. Going to have to test them to see how easy it is to get a shiny. Does Kieran look like... Why does Kieran look like he just got out of prison? Well, we got a video on that, James. We have a theory video on why Kieran looks that way. Because all is not good in Kieran land. Buddies got... Yeah, it would be great, because... because the other thing is just simple practicality, Unbound. There are, at this point, over 80 legendaries in the series. Even if you take out, what, say, 20 of them. Because, you can just encounter them in the overworld, and, you account for evolutionary families, things like Kubfu and Urshifu, and then Cosmog, Cosmoem, and Solgaleo Lunala. As well as, gifting something like Silvally. That's still well over 60 legendaries. And if they do a 1-week raid event for every single legendary, that's more than a year. Time to continue my hunt for a shiny Alpha Psyduck. 1 week to go. I wish you the best of fortune, Nafi. I wish you good luck, sir. In the duck. Probably have telepathy. Yeah. Like, telepathy isn't a terrible ability for doubles, but in singles it's just completely useless, and at least, it's at least a little bit better than pressure, because pressure just freaking sucks. Like, absolutely one of the worst abilities in existence. Look at the bright side. 3 Galar legendaries that are no longer unlocked. Yep. Wait, 3. There'd be 6, because you... Oh, wait, right, Kubfu. Kubfu's Galar Legendary, right. I always forget Kubfu kind of exists, despite having used an Urshifu on my VGC team in Scarlet Violet. Do you catch Zekrom or White? You can't catch fused legendaries. So you can't actually catch something like Kyrem when it's fused with Zekrom or Reshiram. Just like you can't catch Necrozma when it's fused with Solgaleo or Lunala or in Ultra Necrozma form. You can only catch them as, like, their standalone forms. So you'd have to catch Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyrem all 3 separately. Gala Cake is back. Honestly, Alchemy being back, it's a good thing they held off Alchemy's inclusion until the Indigo disc. Because if Alchemy was in the game since the start... It would be the most broken Terra raid Pokemon, like, for support ever. It's great. Isn't Protean worse? Protean was originally a very different ability than it is now. Originally, Protean would change your typing every single turn. They nerfed Protean in this gen because there are a few problems associated with the way Protean used to be. It kind of made Pokemon way more powerful than they had any real reason to be that powerful. Just because you could retool your typing every single turn. The way that I referred to how that worked is you win not by outplaying your opponent, but you win by just simply annoying them into failing. Basically you just infuriate them until they just screw up because they're so just annoyed that they just give up, which is not really a good thing. Again, if you make Shiny Lucario more unrealistic. Well, the thing is, Lucario was not intentionally designed. You gotta remember, Omar. Lucario is from the days where a shiny was determined by the color palette algorithm, where it would just color value increase by 1. It was never deliberately designed. Now, Mega Lucario was deliberately designed. So, but they still kept the color for consistency. And then you'll name it Mega Gengar for King Boo. If Odonocrozma or Eternatus, makes Eternatus, got into a fight, Eternamax Eternatus would win. Remember, Ultranocrozma is a dragon, and Eternamax Eternatus is also a dragon, and Eternamax Eternatus' defensive stats are 255. They're insane. Eternamax Eternatus would win hands down. Mad, do you like Golem Rock Pokemon? I don't like Golem. thank you very much for the subscribe, Alexander GP. Yeah, I'm Gen 1 rock types really are not my thing, because I actually wasn't really around for Gen 1. The first gen that I actually knew well was Generation 4, with knowing a bit of Gen 3 stuff, and Gen 2, I'm not saying left to Rankar. But the Gen 1 rock types really were never my favorites, because I just didn't have a lot of exposure to them. I didn't see a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon until after I'd already finished Unova. So it was like, for me, like, the Unova Gen 1 perception for me is, like, exactly reversed. Whereas, like, my first experience of a lot of things was actually Unova. And then, after Unova, I saw a lot of the other Pokemon. A lot of the Gen 1 stuff, so it's, like, complete role reversal. It's like, okay, well, it's just, like, it's a better version of this thing. Okay, like, the new version is the one that I saw first. Like, it's just an improvement on the original iterations. Cool. It is bulky, but it's also very slow. Like, Rhydon is, like, one of the few Gen 1 rock types I actually am very familiar with, because I used one in my playthrough of Let's Go Pikachu. It did pretty well, because the main reason I used that was because my first gen was Gen 4. So, Rhyperior was something I was very, very aware of. It was like, okay, they gave Rhydon an evolution with Rhyperior, so let's see what Rhydon itself was capable of doing. And Rhydon was amazing. Opinion, Shiny Gengar is good. It was like, it just looks bad because regular Gengar is just desaturated. Yeah, I mean, I don't, for me, Shiny, like, for me, the difference between a good and a bad Shiny, you say you don't like Service. Elma from Kobayashi's Gym. Because I like the story of Dragon Maid. Remember, I enjoy the story. The characterization I like. If something is just flat and has no depth beyond, you know, the way it is drawn, that I don't like. But when it's actually, like, an interesting story even without that, I enjoy that. Egg versus Sunkern. Who wins? Egg. The egg wins. Because Sunkern can't break the egg. Because, like, I really like Shiny Zapdos. I think the golden color is a little bit better. Like, it's a lot like the palish yellow it has normally. I actually do love Shiny Togekiss. Because, like, I love the red and blue swap. You know, because the way that I am with Shinies is very different from the way that I know most people are. For me, it's, does the Shiny color scheme work, regardless of how much it changes? Because I see the way Shinies work is, does the color scheme of the Shiny on its own work? And then, how much does it change as, like, two separate things? Not, like, they are one singular thing. I am just Bimfu. Not really. Now, if it was Lakoa, okay, then we'd have a problem, because that's what everyone does. Which is funny, because Lakoa is, like, kind of a satire of that whole idea. Which is kind of one of my favorite things about the series, that it's very self-aware. Like, series that are self-aware of, like, the tropes that other series do, and they poke fun at those tropes. I love those. Because it shows the writers know what they're doing, and they're actively making a joke out of it. I would only like Shiny Gengar for this Mega. Yeah, they're kind of Toga. I love it. I love the Togepi family. Togepi's great. We are big fans of Togepi. Nothing's wrong with Lukoa, it's just, she's kind of a satire of that whole idea. Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like, the way the character is portrayed is like a parody of that style of character writing, and that's what I find very funny. When I got Xurkitree in Last Night DA is very, very nice. I really, really hope they bring back, like, Dynamax Adventures in, like, a Terrestrialite thing, because they need to make a system for you to be able to get the 19th Terra-type Terra Shards. There needs to be a system for that. And the only way I can realistically think they can get that is if they do Dynamax Adventures like raid system, where you do that, you know, Terra Max raid, and then you get the thing. Let's go check Cerebee's thing, because the Dialga raid event is going to be interesting. Love Togepi family, but shiny is not. I love the shiny Togepi thing. What 19th Terra type? I have a theory. It's not a new type. I have a theory for what I believe the 19th Terra type is, and I think it's typeless. So, I've mentioned this in a couple of the other videos, especially my reaction to the trailer we got before the Teal Mask release, where they revealed the 19th Terra typing. But I believe the 19th Terra type is just going to be typeless. So you have no weaknesses, but you resist nothing either, which honestly is not going to be good if that's what they do. Because a lot of Pokemon, like, yeah, weaknesses are not good to have when it comes to Pokemon. But everything has weaknesses, and Pokemon have far more resistances than weaknesses. The resistances are what makes Pokemon good. And if you take away those resistances, then you're kind of left with something that's not that great to begin with. Now, for certain things, you know, being typeless probably would be beneficial. Something like, I don't know, like Solrock or Lunatone that has like a lot of weaknesses to begin with. But at that point, you're terastallizing a Lunatone or a Solrock. So, bit of a questionable decision-making process right there. And, you know, I don't know. It's one of those things that I don't think a 19th Terra type, if it is actually typeless, would be too impactful. Unless it's like you get a small boost on the damage of all moves, which I think could be the case, where it's like, alright, you terastallize into this thing, you have no weaknesses, but you have no resistances, and everything gets like a 20% power boost. Which, it wouldn't make it good, but it would be like usable. I've always wondered what happened if you give Shedinja Electric. Shedinja with Wonder Balloon and Shedinja with Wonder Guard Terra Electric Air Balloon would actually be extremely easy to get rid of. Because the thing is, Wonder Guard only protects it against direct damaging moves, but Mold Breaker completely bypasses that, as well as any form of indirect damage, things like Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, Burn, like status conditions like Burn, Poison, things like Will-O-Wisp and Toxic, would just completely take it out of existence. Leech Seed, because Wonder Guard doesn't prevent it from taking damage from things like Leech Seed. It doesn't prevent it from taking damage from things that just do indirect forms of damage. And that's why it's actually be a very, very easy Pokemon to dismantle. No, Avalugg would not be good, because Avalugg's special defense is non-existent. Stealth Rock, yeah. There'd be a lot of ways to handle a Terra Electric Air Balloon Shedinja. It's just that kind of latched on for a lot of people, because, like, the meme idea of the immortal Shedinja is something that we love so much. You know, it's this idea of a Pokemon that just cannot be hit, that is invincible, is just so appealing to us. But in reality, there's a lot of ways to easily get around it. It's actually for one of the many reasons why Shedinja very rarely, despite how amazing its ability seems and how when you get to like high levels of competitive like VGC, a lot of legendaries, a lot of like the big restricted legendaries, don't have ways of handling Shedinja, but you never see Shedinja being brought because it has so many weaknesses to so many common typings that other side Pokemon on the team are using, as well as indirect forms of damage, which a lot of things do use. It doesn't really do that well. I mean, obviously there was a person at Worlds last year for Sword and Shield that actually did make it work. Partially, in the end they didn't end up winning because they used safety goggles on it, which prevents hail damage, because no one was really running anything that could hit it with fire or rock, fire, rock, ground, or dark moves. Well, fire, rock, dark, ghost, or flying moves. But people were still running Spectrum, so there were still some ghost users. Especially with something like Snarl just existing, like Snarl as a move basically wipes out Shedinja's existence. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what, like, the thought line is. Like, that idea is so appealing that as well as, like, most people don't understand a lot of the weaknesses of something like the way Shedinja's setup is. Yeah, Fire, Rock, Ghost, Flying, Dark. Which, you know, those are pretty... Dark and Ghost, especially when it comes to VGC, are very, very prominent because of Snarl. You know, Snarl is one of the best moves for VGC. And then you get, like, support Pokemon like a Moonlit that just have foul play. There's a lot of issues it has, as well as when it lost access to Toxic, because the best thing Shedinja could do historically was basically just Toxic stall and use something like Nightshade, which, with the loss of Toxic, it couldn't do anymore. Because now it needs to basically rely on actually, like, damaging moves, and most all of its moves are actually contact moves, which run the risk of Rocky Helmet, run the risk of Rough Skin, or Iron Barbs for certain Pokemon. But yeah, it's like that idea of, like, this thing is unkillable is so appealing. But a lot of people don't understand the implications of what other things can do that just absolutely body it. Which is good. If Legendaries in the DLC aren't Shiny Lock. I don't think they're going to Shiny Lock them. Because remember, when they added the Legendaries in the DLC for Sword and Shield, they didn't Shiny Lock them. I believe only Keldeo was Shiny Locked. And that's because it's Keldeo. I mean, Incineroar doesn't completely invalidate it, but okay, it kind of does. So what do you do with all these derailments? I release them. I just send them into Pokemon Home, and I click release on them. Because I don't have the space to contain this many non-shiny Duraludon. If anyone wants any of them, because these are all Beast Ball, Zero Speed Duraludon, just mention and I will trade you them. I will trade you one of them if you want, because, again, I have no need to keep them. But yeah, when we finish this hunt, if we end up finishing the Duraludon Shiny Hunt today, which I don't think we are going to, it's gonna be good. I guess maybe tonight I will just, like, I'll record another episode of Kirby, and another episode of Kirby, another episode of Mario, or maybe just do, like, another short stream tonight. And I don't know. We'll figure out. We'll figure out what we do when we figure out what we do. Today is kind of a bit of a weird day because of the trailer. I don't do Wonder Trades. As a policy, because of a lot of the hacked Pokemon that go thrown around the Wonder Trade, and the tendency of games that have hacked Pokemon in them to get basically hack flagged, and then your Switch bricked, it's kind of a big risk to do that, and I don't really trust the Wonder Trade. You know, I've heard some stories, and that is a state of things that I would try to avoid. Because I would love to do Wonder Trades for everything and just give them away to random people, but when there's a very real potential of, like, people trading on hacked Pokemon, and a hacked Pokemon unintentionally ending up in my game, that's a very big worry. Because you're going to find very few people that are as ardently anti-genning, anti-hacking as I am. I am, like, aggressively so. Is it a risk to have hacked Pokemon, or is it is a risk to have them? That's why whenever I used to do Wonder Trades, I would check to see, okay, what are the IVs? If the IVs on something were, like, 6 perfect IVs, like, okay, that's hacked. You're getting released. You know, it's... The other thing also is that when you go to, like, if you ever go to regional events, like, for me, I want to go to the competitive events. Things like Worlds, things like, you know, various regionals, that they scan your games. And if you have any hacked Pokemon in your PC, they will flag that. So, You know, it's one of those things that's like, I don't want to have a hacked Pokemon in my game unintentionally. I don't want to risk it. Because remember what happened at Worlds? Like, half of the people at Worlds got just kicked out because they had hacked Pokemon. You know, something that I, you know, don't want to have happen to me. Because, like, if I'm going to go work through the way of getting to Worlds, you know, winning all the regionals I need, winning all the tournaments I need to, I don't want John Rando's random Pokemon that actually turned out to be hacked to be, like, ruin my whole game. Shiny Mon with, yep. That is a red flag of hacking right there. Especially if, like, it's a ribbon, like, the thing can't have. Like, if someone has the Galar champion on a Pokemon that only existed in, you know, Gen 9, like, that's not possible. What do you know Wolf Glick? I don't really follow Wolf Glick, I'll be honest. I know of his reputation, but the only, like, big VGC champion I largely follow is Santino. And the main reason I follow Santino more closely. I have met the guy in person. I have battled against him. He went to the same college as I am. And he was in the same Pokemon club as I was in college. The guy actually, to a degree, taught me a lot of what I know about Pokemon. So for me, it's like, I know the guy. Like, he is the one that I follow, because I've met him. I think there's a cut in my mouth somewhere. Like, I know of Wolf's reputation, but not much about Wolf proper. I don't really watch, like, a lot of his stuff. I remember watching the Santino against him fight. Hello, Junior Basil. How are you doing tonight? Well, that's like this morning. Well, then again, it could be night depending on where you are. It was pretty good. Like, I didn't think we were gonna get a whole lot of new information, which we didn't get any new information. We really just got, yeah, here's like some stuff in there. We did get confirmation of a couple of the returning legends, which is good, because for those who don't know, I, as well as a bunch of other YouTubers, PokeTubers, we are in a thing called the EBL, the Elite Battle League. And one thing that me and it's really Timmy B were sort of like the two head commissioners of it. We sort of took over, you know, as the head commissioners of it. One big issue we had was there were not enough big box art restricted legendaries for everyone to get one of them. And with the trailer showing, yes, there are other big box art legendaries. Now you get, you know, Solgaleo, Lunala. That actually makes it so everyone will have them. Outside of Blueberry Academy. Yeah, I thought that you were just going to be limited to flying inside of the Blueberry Academy trials. I want to know about the Tree Crystal, Tree of Life, or Time Travel Tree. I still think that Terapagos is the time machine. Yeah, because my main thoughts on the flying was this. They took out flying from Legends Arceus because the way people played Legends and Shiny Hunt in that game wasn't like you're on the ground looking for shinies. You hop on a Hisuian Braviary, make circles around the entire area you're looking, and wait for the sparkle sound effect or the sparkle glitter effect on the ground. And flying in this game would just kind of obsolete so much. It would obsolete like the exploring of the whole region. But the fact that you can actually fly now is kind of good. I'm starting to think these starters are transfer only. Nope, the starters will not be transfer only. We have seen that you can catch them in the wild. They have confirmed that they are catch in the wild. They're not gonna make those transfer only. If they aren't in the wild, they're gonna be like, you get them from doing gift things, like the person gives you them. They're not gonna make them transfer only. I think roaming legendaries deconfirmed. No. Because remember, back in Sword and Shield, they had roaming legendaries, quote-unquote. You had the 3 Galarian birds and the Swords of Justice that were, the Swords of Justice were all around. Swords of Justice were Crown Tundra, that's the name of the place. And then you had the Galarian birds, one on mainland Paldea, one on mainland Galar, one on the Crown Tundra, and one on the Isle of Armor. So it's not deconfirming, it just does make it so there probably wouldn't be as many of them. But by doing that many legendaries that way does kind of also give a little bit more workability to the legendary release via Terra raids. But even then, there's still over a year's worth of legendaries that they do this week, and then they can't do any of the more starter Terra raids. I'm gonna be a little massive outbreak on them. I have a feeling that's what's gonna be the case of them. Yeah, I think only some legendaries will be roamable. I think most of them will be like the terrestrialized raid adventure. Because remember, every single gen, to get the new, well, not get the new, to get the old legendaries in the newer games, they add in a system that generally relates to the game's mechanics itself, like your Dynamax Adventures for Sword and Shield. You had the Ultra Space Wormholes back in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. You had like the Koopa Rings in Oras with the Secret Islands. You have, you know, this is probably going to be some sort of Terramax Adventure things. Which, I could be entirely wrong on, like, the Terramax Adventures thing, which, if they don't make them huntable, I would be a little disappointed. My other main thing for why I think they're going to do something like Terramax Adventures is just, Dynamax Adventures gave Sword and Shield a huge lifespan. If it weren't for Dynamax Adventures shiny hunting of legendaries, then people would not have gone back to playing Sword and Shield after Legends came out. They wouldn't have basically ignored BDSP's legendary shiny hunting system. People bought the DLC in Sword and Shield just for shiny hunting in Dynamax Adventures. And the same would hold true for this game's DLC if they have that. Not yet. I'm probably going to do that after this ends. Let's make confirm those legendaries we saw in the trailer are static. Which is not shiny locked. Yes, so those will be shiny huntable. Maybe I'll finally be able to shiny hunt Moltres. Because for those who don't know, I have shiny Articuno. I have shiny Zapdos. I don't have shiny Moltres. So that's going to be a thing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be delightful. Yeah, I'm also hoping the starter is going to be shiny roamable hunt. Mostly because I don't want to Masuda hunt all of them again. And again and again. That takes forever. Unless they add in, like, a better Masuda spot. Just, there needs to be a better Masuda spot in Scarlet Violet. There needs to be a better spot for Masuda hunting. Because I love Masuda hunts. They're great. But we need a better spot for them. Waffles. Fluff? You, Fluff? Fluff, you say? Did you say Fluff? This is Fluff. Male shiny Combi. I feel you on that. Cause, we got, shiny male Combi for Hypo Combi. And, do any of you have zero attack? No, none of you have zero attack. There we go. That's fine. It's going good. I hope, without a daycare system, egg hunting sucks. Honestly, I like this. Well, my feelings on the egg hunting system in Scarlet Violet are I actually prefer the system in Scarlet Violet for egg hunting over this system. But the reason I prefer it that way comes from how I gather my eggs. The one thing I've found for this is in Scarlet Violet, if you set up a picnic, you get to get egg power sandwiches going. You're able to go buy the egg power level 2 meal in Medali. Set up a picnic and just collect the eggs. And I generally do other things while I'm waiting for the eggs to go. Like, I will just leave my game open, like edit videos, work on video scripts, or just like play other games, watch YouTube videos, and every like 5 minutes just mash A a couple of times and collect all the eggs, and then go back to whatever I was doing. You know, again, because I'm like doing exercise, just doing work around the house. And then, again, every 5 minutes to do that. After the 30 minutes have elapsed, go get a sandwich again and just repeat that thing. And then you get back to, you know, hatching them whenever I collect like 8 boxes entirely full. There's a way to get egg power level 2. I don't think there is. But the reason why I go for the egg power level 2 sandwich in Medali is it's faster to do that than it is to go and make the sandwich. You know, because remember, when you make the sandwich, you have to place every ingredient individually on the sandwich. If you just go to the Medali store, you go buy, it's the second thing in that store's menu, go click that. You don't need to go through the whole process of making the sandwich. So it does save a little bit of time. Plus, you also don't need to go and buy more ingredients every time you start running low on them. But yeah, it's the way that you have to Masuda hunt in this game, the way you have to Masuda hunt in Scarlet Violet over the way Masuda hunting was in previous games, is a little different. You know, that it does take a little bit of a different outlook, which I don't think is bad. I think it's actually pretty good that, like, that's the case in some ways. But I also understand a lot of people's, like, frustration with the Scarlet Violet egg system, because we need to basically relearn how to optimize it. Like, with this one, I like that you can gather eggs while you're hatching other eggs, but I also don't like that I need to, like, periodically stop, go click the thing, and it does slow down the actual hunt, because especially with Scarlet Violet, they actually cut all the distance needed to hatch eggs in half. So there were definitely a lot of QOL updates that they made for Masuda hunting there, but I do understand a lot of people's frustration with it. There's a number of issues that it does have, but both systems are imperfect. No system in-game is 100% without flaw. But yeah, I don't think it's worth doing Herba Mystica on egg sandwiches, because you get, with egg power levels, you get about 55 to 60 eggs. Well, I mean, it's like 50 to 60 eggs, like more 50, well, 55, like 50 to mid-50s eggs with a level 2 sandwich. And with a level 3, you get, like, into the 60s, maybe 70, if, like, you're really, really, really lucky. But it's 10 more eggs for Herba Mystica. You know, how much longer are you going to be, you know, spending gathering eggs? You know, say, you know, to gather all the eggs, you're going to spend, what, like 4 hours? Which, you know, that's like a highballing. But say, okay, well, if you do, you know, egg power sandwich, well, maybe you shorten that off by, like, half an hour. But it's for Herba Mystica, which you need to use, what? You know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Herba Mystica sandwiches. And then how long is it going to take for you to go grind terror rates to get those Herba Mystica back? Probably more than the 30 minutes you're saving. So it's not as efficient to use Herba Mystica level 3 sandwiches because of how much time you have to spend doing the terror raids to get the Herba Mystica, which is something that I know some people don't like. I mean, I think, like, overly numbers, overly analytical, optimizing efficiency and time, which is why I think, like, well, sure, I can get, like, all of my eggs a little faster, but I'm gonna burn through my Herba Mystica. And I know how long I spend hunting Herba Mystica stuff, because two of the things that I do when I'm editing videos is I will do Herba Mystica terror raids. Like, I will just go load up, do level 5, level 6 raids, just mash A with Iron Hands or Azumarill while doing that. or I'm collecting eggs. Just to do something while I'm editing. And I cannot imagine doing that for like hours only dedicated doing that. So there are costs and benefits, but I think it's generally better to just go with level 2 egg power, because the difference is not that meaningful. Unless you're doing the system like you're doing level 3 sandwiches, hatching all the eggs, but saving before you make the sandwich, making the sandwich, collecting the eggs, hatching all the eggs. If none are shiny, you restart the game, so you save the Herba Mystica. Maybe that I would consider somewhat worth it, but that was a system that really worked well before Home came out, and after Home came out, it didn't become as efficient. So again, for me, it's just efficiency is the name of the game. You gotta go efficiency, you gotta go optimization. This is. You didn't come here to see the numbers. You didn't come here to see numbers. Should be fine. You had to message Timmy about EBL stuff and things, which is good. I've been successfully raised using support Pokemon. Yeah, it's better to go with support Pokemon for Terra raids, which is what I used to do. But now it's like people generally seem to know what they're doing. Whenever it comes to level 7 Terra raids, I will almost exclusively run support. Just because I know most people don't run support. As well as when it comes to Terra raids, you can brainlessly hit things with Iron Hands, which is why I do them while I'm doing editing. Because I don't need to be looking at the screen when I know, okay, just use Belly Drum. You know, it's like, okay, I'm fighting of this Pokemon. Don't use this move turn 1 and just click Drain Punch or just click Thunder Punch. And at that point, I'm literally just like mashing A. Like I just have my controller set down right here, like next to my computer. I'm just tapping this with A while my right hand is editing, by the way. From Piplup Sunday. Nice! Nice. Oh, they are already hatched. I'm stupid. I am very, very stupid. Alright, so how many eggs we got done? Okay, so we've got... Okay. I don't know how many more eggs we're gonna be hatching today. So far. But we are gonna try and go for a couple more eggs. Yeah, we are gonna go for a couple of more. Maybe we go... You know what? We'll try and go for a total of 120 eggs hatched and see how we go. Didn't take 15 years this time. Nice. Always good to get them reclaimed. Always a satisfaction. You can't get no satisfaction. Yeah, I think we're gonna go and we're gonna hatch probably... I want to try and do over 100 eggs. Because we do only have 9 days left until the DLC... not 9 days. We have 8 days left until the DLC releases. Well, technically 7.5. So I want to get that out. That's going to be good. Yeah, we've got... There's really only 3 shinies we need to get before the DLC releases, and one of them is Mimikyu. So... Maybe we'll do this a bit longer. One of them is Mimikyu. All of them are Masudons. All of them are Masudas. And even then, like, the Duraludon one is kind of like a vanity project. Which, I mean, I would probably hard focus the... I would hard focus the fish first. Because the 4 that I need are Duraludon, Cacnea, 1 more Feebas, Mimikyu. Well, Mimikyu, Cacnea, Feebas, and Duraludon. I believe everything else that is shiny untable I actually have in the game, so I should be fine. Should be fine. I think at this point we're probably not even close to odds with Duraludon. So we probably shouldn't be doing... I guess I could also do some Duraludon hunting off-screen, but that is something I will need to consider personally. Actually, I might on the Mimikyu off-screen a little bit, though, because I do love Mimikyu, but I would also like to hunt them off-screen myself. It's a bit of a long hunt. Back in Gen 7 hatching is... I mean, is Gen 7 hatching slower than this? Yeah, they're good. Actually, let me... I wanna go check. What has longer egg cycles? Duraludon. Like, Duraludon could have a longer egg cycle. Duraludon. Because I feel like Duraludon's gonna have a longer egg cycle than Mimikyu. As I did again in next turn. Duraludon. Yeah, 30 cycles for Dura. And Mimikyu. For those who don't know, egg cycles is basically number of steps it takes to hatch. Originally, one egg cycle was 256 steps. They decreased that to 128 steps in Scarlet Violet. Which, good QOL update that the series included. Love it. Very good, very good. And none of them have a... All of them have a 0 speed stat. Do you have a... Yes, I have a shiny Magikarp. I do have a shiny Carp. I have several shiny Magikarp, actually. Mimikyu. Yeah, 20 egg cycles from Mimikyu. Mimikyu is significantly faster. I mean, plus in Alola, you've got Roto Hatch power. So it vastly speeds up function, making it like 10 eggs. Like, you can hatch Mimikyu about... Mimikyu's about 3 times faster than hunting hunting for Duraludon. But yeah, it's... If I end up doing a Masuda hunt off-screen in prep for DLC 2, I would probably do Mimikyu live and do this one off-screen, because it just takes significantly longer. But that's the plan. We have plans. But yeah, I've got many shinies. Actually, tonight I might do a comprehensive list again. Is Shiny Gyarados still the original first shiny ever with Heroes? Is it Shiny Gyarados? Still goes with the original first shiny ever with Heroes? I'm not sure I follow. I don't think I track. Might need a little bit of explanifying. But I think... Yeah, we're gonna go for about another half hour, maybe. We're gonna go until we finish these eggs. We know until we finish them. I'm gonna get as many more eggs as possible, and I might continue this off screen. But I'll figure out what we gotta go do later tonight. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be glorious. I don't know. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. Just say. I'm gonna be a little sad if we don't. Amazon! Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not going to say the Rickroll. But thank you for being a Steel Commander for 1 month. And yes, I'm a big fan of Godzilla. Big Godzilla fan. But I do appreciate the Rickroll. Building phase. Duraludon. It's a Duraludon. It's cool, dude. We've been live for... We'll be live for about 2 hours soon. I'm at school right now. Ah, understandable. Understandable. Nice. Very nice. Delightful. Is delightful. Duraludon on the computers right now. Ah, I see. Red Gyarados, shiny. Yes, Red Gyarados is still shiny. Yeah, Gyarados is shiny. It's never changed. Also, the frame drops right now. I'm not seeing any frame drops. I'm not seeing any loss of frames. It could be on just the PC. And again, guys, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. It's been good. But yeah, that those trailer reveals do change some of my EBL plans for some of those legendaries. I see some interesting. Interesting. Because I have a thing that monitors frame drops. And I'm not getting any frame losses, which is weird. Generally, you know, I always make a try to inspect that. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, but, I mean, we'll keep going. Keep go. It's gonna be good. I see frame drops from the game, not the web. Ah, that could just have been the egg hatching then. Okay. That might be that then. Okay. 55 shinies. I feel like I'm gonna hit 100 shinies before they have to... What was the shiny you just found, Nate? What was the shiny you just found? What are the two what are the shinies you just acquired? So 55 at this point. Oh my god, you're just... I mean, you'll eventually get it. Remember, it was like me... Shiny Celio. Why Shiny Celio? Not... Oh, the Shiny Celio is the one you got. Right. I mean, hey. It's... This Psyduck is turning in to your Ho-Oh. Well, that... This beats Roaring Moon, right? Because your Roaring Moon hunt was, what, 26 phases before you got it? Oh my gosh, 26 phases on Roaring Moon. I can't imagine that. Like, that is absolutely pain right there. I ran into while heading to a Psyduck outbreak. Oh no. Absolute phase. Meta. Can you capture every shiny in every game shiny? I don't think I'd ever be able to do that. Like, I would love to do Gale of Darkness at some point. But I don't think I'd be able to... I mean, we're going for a living shiny deck, so we are going to get every single shiny Pokemon in the series. That is part of the Pokedex. But Gale of Darkness and Coliseum will be a bit tricky. Yeah, Roaring Moon. Oh, 23 phases, not 26. Okay, I've been remembering incorrectly the whole time. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, Roaring Moon was bad. But I mean, it's Roaring Moon. It's Moon Go Rar. You gotta love Moon Go Rar. Big fans of Moon Going Rar. Honestly, I'm not surprised how much I phase. I mean, it took me 11 phases for a Morgrem in Glimwood Tangle. Most common spawn there. Wait, Morgrem is that common? Really? Did not know that. I thought the Morgrem fan was kind of like a little rare, but I guess... I mean, I don't really know the Glimwood Tangle spawns. I think I thought like Galarian Ponyta would have been more common. So I was wrong. I guess I was wrong. I guess I was incorrect. Run! Duraludon. Duraludon. What makes Duraludon bad? GameCube. I don't have either of them. I mean, I have both Gale of Darkness and Coliseum, the games. I just don't have a GameCube. 20% spawn in Glimwood, everything else is below that. Really? I mean, statistically, it does make sense. You'd find a lot of other things, because again, like, just statistically, that's the thing. 1, 2, 3. Yes. So this will be... I think we'll end off after we finish off this box. I think this is going to be like the one we finish on, because there'll be 120 eggs on this one. I will probably hatch some off-screen. But yeah, it's gonna be good. I actually haven't kept track of how many total we've gotten. What's the trailer again? And it seems the woman legendaries who get special treatment in Guy and Blueberry Academy. So kind of like what you have to do with Peony in the Crown Tundra, where you gotta basically get a thing from them. So it seems like they're just kind of using a similar idea to what they had before, just in a different variety. Which, again, is... I thought the special treat was the new type of... No. I think the special treat is just like... Because I know some people have been thinking special treat means like, oh, you use like food to lure them out. Like you get a unique item to get them. Like, I don't think that's the case. I think it's just... Because remember, when in this game, you got a thing from Peony whenever you caught one of the legends, which was like the legendary rumor clue thingies. I think that's what it could be. Because again, it's localization differences. Remember, if you ever wonder about localization differences muddying the waters on games, just remember, Breath of the Wild. Zelda said in the English version, oh yeah, Ganon is in this form of Dark Beast Ganon. He has given up on reincarnation to assume this ultimate form. The Japanese version, yeah, he's in this Dark Beast form because his stubborn refusal to give up on continuous reincarnation. Like, localizations can completely destroy any of, like, the context and subtext in a conversation. Imagine getting the attention of legendary beast Raikou. We got some snack. I mean, everything gets the munchies. Everything gets hungry. Food is the savior of all. I mean, it's like how G-Max Curry Sword Shield gave Pokemon their G-Max form. No, it was Max Soup. G-Max Curry was just, like, curry. It was the Max Soup with the Max Mushrooms that gave them their G-Max form. Unless they changed that post-release of Isle of Armor, or at some point later. We needed the Max Soup. Yeah, soup. Because there was no way to actually get your G-Max forms on Pokemon that didn't have a G-Max factor until the Max Soup existed. And then after we're gonna feel the person lead. Yeah, I think I know who we're gonna go raid. I know exactly who we're gonna go raid. Yeah, it was still Max Soup. I was like, I didn't think G-Max Curry. Because I'm pretty sure the G-Max Curry was just like the hardest curry to make for the curry decks. And that's what it was. Because you needed Gigantamax in order to get the G-Max Curry made. Yeah, the soup. But getting this new Terror type was going to be similar to that form of G-Max form. Well, no, it's like there's already coding that says you go to the guy that makes the Terrasalized Change soup, and you give them Terror. Like, basically, there's a prompt in the game for that person to give you the 19th Terror typing. So it's just 19 Terror. It's just the 19th type Terror Shards is going to be a thing. That's why I think it's going to be Terramax Avengers is how you get them. Because it needs to be a long-term repeatable system that anyone can use to get it. You know, not a one-and-done thing. Because if you're going to want to change... that, feel better. Good. Always good, Arthur. Take long, long naps. Yeah, because the 19th Terror type, if they're going to have this 19th Terror type, unless... well, again, it's not even just one Pokemon gets it, because we saw Baxcalibur using 19th Terror type in the trailer, And then in the trailer, it was a Pokemon that had Protect and Sword Dance, because yes, I'm a nerd, and I actually saw the thing in notes. Protect and Sword Dance is what the move that thing has, which is as the 19th Terra typing. And then there's the still images that were of the Baxcalibur using it. So it needs to be something you can get more of, unless the 19th Terra type is just whatever the daily 6-star raid on the Indigo disc is, that's where you get them. But even then, it's like, I don't think they're gonna do that. I think it's gonna be something different, because at that point, there's nothing restricting non-DLC players from getting it, which you'd think if they're adding in this new Terra type and they're making a big fuss about it, they would want to restrict that just to DLC-owning players. Yeah, I'm assuming all Pokemon could get the 19th Terra type as well. Yeah, it's just... Because my logic is, they would need some way to possibly restrict it so only people who own the DLC can get the 19th Terra typing as a way of, like, encouraging, and by encouraging I mean forcing your hand, to people to get the DLC. And if they just make it so, well, anyone can join them even if you don't have the DLC, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But they make it so you can get all the Pokemon by just joining regular Terra raids, which is a good system. So, I don't know. It's weird. It makes sense in my head, but I'm not the best with, like, verbalizing things. So, I struggle. You know, yeah. Well, I would say finishing the story would deactivate the 19th Terra restriction. Maybe. But again, I feel like they would do something to make it so the DLC is necessary. Just, again, that's what I would think in a business logic sense. But, again, Pokemon never know what they can do. Hello, Forehead. People wondering where you were, dear friend. Oh. Okay. Okay, Forehead. Yeah, like, we don't know yet. It's gonna be interesting to see, though. I look forward to the deal. Yeah, like, we got 7.5 days. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious of all things. Still gotta figure out what I'm gonna do later tonight. Anything else, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Let's go and get some stuff and things. Let's go get some stuff. I'm spoiler free, so that's why I'm just showing it. Makes sense. Well, I mean, the trailer was like 4 minutes. It wasn't that long. Thing. Yeah, the trailer was not that long. I know people were expecting, like, you know, a 30-minute thing. It's like, they're not going to do, like, a 30-minute thing. It's going to be, like, a 4-minute trailer. Then again, with competitive, I don't think they'll restrict it, since people without the DLC can still play. Remember, back in Sword and Shield, if you didn't have the DLC, you couldn't do Dynamax Adventures. You couldn't do Dynamax Adventures, you couldn't get the ability patch. So they have restricted things like that before. They also restricted the ability to get Max Soup, because you can only get Max Soup in the Isle of Armor. It would not be out of character for Nintendo to do that. Not Nintendo, Game Freak to do that. Which is why I think, like, they would do that. Because, like, theoretically, you could just trade it to someone else and do that for them. But again, it's to encourage people to get the DLC. My forehead. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I look forward to it. I look forward to all of the gaming stuff, the shenanigans, the shenaniganery, and it's gonna be good. Like I look forward to it. Out of character. Got it, dear friend. After all, your favorite Pokemon's a Molga. Favorite Pokemon is a Molga. You better be using a Molga for turns in DLC too. You know, you gotta use Pikachu and you gotta use a Molga. You gotta use them both. You do love your Molga. 11 days until drafting for the EBL starts, which is gonna be awesome. I've got so many ideas for what I want to be using, but I also really don't have a clue, because again, I'm so late in the drafting order. I don't think I'm going to get too much of what I actually want to pick up. Stray films and type requires someone. Yeah, exactly. That's why I think like they're going to restrict it to the DLC only, where like you need the DLC to get them, unless you trade, which people aren't going to do that. So, I don't know. It's something that I think will be something. It's gonna be something. I'm going to get food. Alright, have a good food getting, Archer. Have a good getting of the food. Food is good. Food is good. Okay. This is fun. I only had 2 hours for this. I mean, considering even that's not even like fully 2 hours of hunting. So about 2 hours for, I guess maybe theoretic. Well, no, it was 4 minutes. Well, then we did spend what, like 15 or so minutes with other stuff. We had to go get some water. Stop and think. Yeah, I mean, it was a thing. It was a thing. It was a thing. Yeah, we balling. None of them have a no good attack. No good defense, but no good attack. No good attack. But yeah, no one needs to worry about Archaludon. I mean, not Archaludon. No one needs to worry about Duraludon using Eviolite body presses. Eviolite does not work with body press. Eviolite just simply doesn't act. The choice band stacks with body press. It doesn't stack with Eviolite because of the way that it works. Body press is a very weird move in how it operates. So it's weird. That's really all you can say. It's gonna be something. Look forward to it. Look forward to all the things that are gonna happen. I just want to know what the full dex of returning Pokemon is. But I wonder how many things are going to be transferable in. And if they're going to add in the transferable stuff now, or they're going to add that in just when the DLC drops. Because didn't they add in some transferable Pokemon before the Teal Mask released? Or not? But I'm going to need to get working on that new Terra Raid level 7-star thingamajig. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, I already have some ideas for what's gonna be great against them, but because those two Pokemon do get like fairly good coverage options, it is gonna be a little bit awkward. It will be slightly a little awkward. One of them is going to be significantly harder than the other. Nafi, can you DM me like a screenshot of like the PFP being screwed up? So I gotta see this. I must see the screwed up PFP. Duraludon, it's Duraludon, it's a Duraludon. We be Duraludon. like in a screen, you'll love our recorded stuff and things. Of course, everybody loves some more extra shenaniganery. Yeah, we'll go back to this fan-freaking-tastic. Yeah, that's a fan-freaking-tastic. Like it's on the YouTube, it's just the default one that just wants to start the channel. Interesting. So it's the Nintendo of America YouTube? Okay, so Nintendo of America YouTube. I gotta see this. ADD brain mode is in full effect right now. It is full gremlin brain mode. Nintendo of America. Oh my gosh, 9.3 million. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's just like the letter N. That's funny. How? Did some intern mess up? Some intern must have bonked up. Unless they're planning something. Unless they're getting, like, a new thing. Like, it could be red, white, and blue. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. They're cooking something. They're cooking something over there. Those Nintendo goons. Nintendo's. But yeah, we're gonna go on a raid after we finish off these eggs. And I know who we're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid a good friend. A goodest of friends. Who is actually also doing a sword and shield shiny hunt. If we just a mess up, should have been fixed for like 20 hours. Nintendo cannot cook. Nah, math checks out. Oh, Nintendo cook. Intern 629 sweating right now. Ooh, someone. I do wonder, in like the Nintendo thing, like Nintendo of America, Pokemon USA, or Pokemon English official Twitter, who is the person that actually runs it? Like, is it just one person who is the designated, you are the YouTube post guy, you are the Twitter post guy? Or is it like shared amongst a bunch of the people, where it's like, okay, you collective of like 5 people, you are the ones that handle everything? Like, I think it's probably just like one dude that handles it. Cause if you have multiple people, there's multiple chances of like things screwing up. Yeah, I think it's probably just one person handles it. I think there's like a designated one person. You handle YouTube and Twitter stuff for Nintendo. You handle YouTube and Twitter stuff for. I mean, there's one person who handles the YouTube stuff. One person, a different person that handles the Twitter stuff, and everything like that. I think that's how it would probably work. One guy with like 17 million monitors. He's just in like a freaking sphere surrounded by TV screens that are just monitors hooked up with a single PC. And he's like suspended on a chair with a keyboard. I mean, they probably get paid a decent amount. I mean, they have to be someone very high up theoretically in the Nintendo and Pokemon ladder, because if they are trusted with communicating with the audience, they need to be, you know, fairly well adjusted, you know, fairly, you know, they need to be someone who's, you know, paid well, because obviously they could, like, undercut everything by being, like, you know, the mouthpiece of everything. They'd probably be someone, like, you know, paid decently well. Or, you know, it's just, like, the actual owner of the whole thing, like, not the CEO on his posting. Would it be awesome? Like, if the CEO is the one that's actually doing the posting, that would be great. Well, that's exactly what I think. Like, that's why I think they would need to be someone who's, like, very, very trusted, very, very well integrated. Because otherwise, like, there could be catastrophe. There would be catastrophe. Potentially. Potentially. Duraludon. No shiny Duraludon. But this was fun. That is, I think, going to be all for today, ladies and gentlemen. We might be going live again later tonight. But that is 4 boxes of shiny Dura eggs that did not shine. 120 eggs. Not bad. Not bad. But we're going to go on a raid. We're going to go raid our friend, Riri. She's trying to get back into streaming a little bit. Some stuff and things, but she's been trying to get back into streaming lately. So, let's go and raid Riri. I will see you guys later. Something might be going up later tonight. I don't know. But, I will figure that out. Oh, no, it is. This is a foreign Ditto, and this is a me thing. There's a me Duraludon and a foreign Ditto. So it is Masuding. But also, again, its odds are 1 in 512, so we didn't even hit like a quarter of odds. So it's definitely going to take a while.